Test.
Testing.
Testing.
This is CNN Radio. You're listening to News Hour, and this is Davey Su. First up, the high-level defection from company's North Korea. The defection announced yesterday involves one of the higher-ranking North Korean military officials. The defector was a senior intelligence officer. South Korean officials said he worked for a bureau responsible for spying on South Korea. Officials believe he could have a lot of valuable information on the security regime of North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. The defection comes a week after certain North Korean restaurant workers defected to South Korea. Meanwhile, North Korea is pushing ahead with its controversial nuclear program. Our reporter Seo Luo had this exclusive report from the DMZ on the border between the two Koreas.
It has been confirmed that the North Korea mid-range missile is now capable of carrying a nuclear weapon. South Korea intelligence tells CNN that Pyongyang's Nodal ballistic missile can deliver a 1-ton warhead as far as 1,200 miles, putting South Korea, Japan, and U.S. military bases in Asia within reach of a nuclear strike. In response, the UN, the U.S., and China have all recently imposed harsh economic sanctions on North Korea.
Thank you, Seal, for that report. We'll be closely monitoring that situation over the next days. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry became the first U.S. official in that position to visit a memorial to the nuclear bombing of Hiroshima. Our international correspondent, Barbara Waters, is traveling with Secretary Kerry and has this report.
In August of 1945, after dropping Lee Field's warning, dozens of Japanese cities of an impending attack, the U.S. dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima. It ultimately killed 140,000 people there. 3 days later, the U.S. nuclear bombing of Nagasaki killed an additional 70,000. President Harry Truman's decision to use the bomb remains controversial. Secretary Kerry did not apologize for American use of the bomb, and there is some controversy over whether the U.S. should. Kerry said the trip was to honor those who preached, and that is not about the past.
In other news, a 16-year-old Indian student has invented a hearing aid that could make a difference in the lives of millions of people in that country. Most hearing aids are priced between $100 and $800 US. But in India, the world's second most populated country, the income per capita is only around $600 a year. Our correspondent, Amy Fisher, interviewed the young entrepreneur.
For 2 years, Mukundan has spent hours fiddling with frequencies and tinkering with tones.
I'm only 16. 2 years is a long time for me to spend on something. This device is a hearing test, an aid-in-one, and it eliminates the need for a doctor altogether.
A double-duty device, something even he wasn't sure that he could create.
I'm just surprised it turned out okay, right? Because it's hard to see something like this working. I wanted to quit a lot of times in the middle.
But besides his incredible persistence, there's a big reason why he didn't quit.
The summer before I came to the U.S. to study, I stayed with my grandparents, and my grandfather has had hearing loss for a little while.
It became Mukun's to help get him to a doctor for hearing aid, and the experience was less than ideal.
It took forever to find an audiologist. Then once we got there, they ripped us off, and so I kind of looked into the problem more, and that's kind of where I got into the idea.
And how to build a device at a price that more people can afford.
Yes, $60 is what mine costs right now, and it's crazy that hearing aids cost $1,500 each, but you can do it for $60.
After that news, let's listen to some commercial news. When we return, we'll take a look at some economic indicators and the weather.
Your hard work, drag us out of bed every morning and keep us awake at night. The aches and pains remind us just how real you are.
Welcome back. You are tuned into CNN. I'm David Su, and you are listening to News Hour. Let's go over to Jam Chan for a brief look at the main economic indicators.
Yes, David, good news. The world's biggest economy is back on track. The U.S. added 248,000 jobs in September. That is better than economists had expected, and a big relief after last month's weak jobs report. The unemployment rate fell to 5.9%. That is the lowest since July of 2008, before the financial crisis took hold.
That is still good news indeed. James and I believe Sunny Lin in our weather studio also might have some good news for us.
Yes, David, we are indeed looking at warmer temperature and sun sky are expected over the whole country. Tonight, it will still be mostly cloudy with a slight chance of rain. Weekend temperature should reach a comfortable high of 19 degrees.
You have been listening to News Hour. I'm David Su. The News Hour team will be back tomorrow with another look into the world of news.